I think this is a huge year, Coach, for the second year Niners, right? The second year players, the 2023 draft, Jake Moody, Jair Brown, last year, but there's a whole bunch of guys, like Darrell Luter and Jalen Graham and D Winters, and there's a whole group of guys, Ronnie Bell, that that just didn't do anything last year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Who's the second year player? Is it Braden Willis? Is it Cam Latu? I mean, the Niners got only Jair Brown and the kicker last year out of their rookie class. Moody was pretty good, made some big kicks in the Super Bowl, missed an extra point, and then Jair Brown was really, really good, especially late in the year when he got more time. But those guys kind of got a chance. But the rest of the entire rookie class did absolutely nothing. Who do you have hope for? Or do you have hope for any of them?
I have two. that I'm looking forward to seeing this year. D Winters. I'm very excited to see if D Winters can get rid of Devondre Campbell. I want D Winters to and then also this shows this is also another unit where Coach Holland has done a very good job at developing linebackers. So the second year is the charm for these guys. Let's see if D Winters has made the jump. But if Devondre Campbell is starting next to Fred Warner, week one, I'm kind of looking at our room a little differently now, where we're not necessarily the deepest or one of the best linebacker rooms in the NFL. We're kind of top heavy. So I need D Winters and our development to overtake Devondre Campbell starting. And there is a world where Devondre Campbell just absolutely deserves the job, right? And he just beat D Winters out. And that would just be a nice problem to have, to be honest. But D Winters.
It's funny. It's so funny about linebacker, Coach, because it's Fred Warner. I mean, not just it wasn't like I got it off a blog or some other content creator. Fred Warner said that D Winters has had the best offseason of any 49er.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I mean, maybe it's just the stubborn side of me, but still, I really believe in Jalen Graham. My eyes tell me that Jalen Graham can flat out play. Now, Wilkes couldn't get anything out of him, and we'll see if he gets any more run this summer. But to me, my eyes tell me that Jalen Graham is really, really a special player and is going to show that he's a special player. Not just a backer or an NFL player. I think he's a star linebacker. We'll see. That's what I see. But they obviously like Winters. And, I don't know. To me, Jalen, of all that second-year group, Jalen Graham's the one guy that I was convinced at the end of camp, oh, my God, this guy's incredible. And I still am. It's just he hasn't gotten on the field. So it's a big summer for him. If I'm right, and Jalen Graham is the player that I think he is, then your concerns about the linebacker group being top heavy, I think will be alleviated. I think the Graham and Winters have to alleviate that on their own. Right now, you're absolutely right. It looks like you got Warner, you got maybe Greenlaw coming back. Grant did a stream this week where he said he thinks he's going to come back after being on the PUP list. I think it's going to be much later. I think it's going to be Thanksgiving or whatever. But Grant's thinking maybe 4 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. I hope we see Greenlaw this year, but Graham and Winters, I think, are going to be really fun to watch. I think those guys are going to fire.
One more who I feel like Darrell Luter Jr.
Yes. He looked awesome. I'll say this too. He looked awesome in the mini camp. I don't know what that means.
He looked good in mini camp.
Oh, well, I mean,
he's already impressive looking ball player, though. He's already impressive looking.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He's in some ways, he's one of the most impressive looking athletes on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But he was prancing around when you're on the perimeter, those guys show lots of cockiness, lots of confidence, and he's very confident young player. But watching him in minicamp this last time, I mean, it was I'm the best athlete on the field, and I'm going to show it. I mean, it was wow, this guy's preening
Yeah.
He really looks like he
I want to
believes
see.
he's a phenomenal athlete.
In my perfect world, Larry, and this is if the boy can play,
He
because
starts.
we don't know if he can play. But in my perfect world, it would be Mooney, Darrell, Luter, and Demo at the nickel. In my perfect world, that's what I would.
Me too. I'm with you totally.
I think that would really that would take us back to 2019 when E-Man was here. Like, I feel like if we got Luter is E-Man. We just haven't played him yet. In my opinion, like, he has the body type. He's a little bigger than E-Man. He's a little nastier, which is crazy because E-Man is a hellified corner, especially in the physicality department. But I think that if we put Darrell Luter across that other corner spot from Mooney and then put Demo at nickel, now you got 3 corners that can all independently go eat their own food. They can all play zone, and they all are nasty in the run game. I really think that would take our defense to the next level. Because in my opinion, and you already heard me talking about the safeties, I'm trying to figure out how to put as much aggression on the field as possible because I don't know what's going to go down with that defensive line and stopping the run. So you need as much bodies on the field, especially on the perimeter, man, to be able to keep those big hits, those big hitting plays on the ground from hurting you. So
you know who Luter looks like, Coach?
Almost like a young Sherm, like without shreds.
To me, he looks a lot like Mooney. I mean, he's big and long-armed and rangy and physically dominant, and he's very confident in himself. But he's not like big and long and skinny. He's pretty strong. He's like more like Mooney. He's big and
he's long. Big corner. Yeah, and he can run.
Big corner. Big corner. Can really run. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's gonna be fun. He's gonna be fun.
But we got to be on. And then also, he is a really good special teams guy.
Yeah.
Very good on special teams. So we got to figure out if it really was just the lower extremity injury. I don't know. What was it? A hamstring?
It was, believe it or not, it was a bone bruise on the knee.
Okay.
It
wouldn't go away.
It wouldn't go away. It was a deep tissue bone bruise on the knee, and it caused him pain consistently until like middle of October. And then but you know, the thing about him that's so interesting, he's really young, but he's also an old soul. He's married. He's got a kid. He's like really focused. He's not like a 22-year-old. He's like a 30-year-old as far as he's got his life away from football, very grounded, very settled. He's not, he's got a very intense focus. And then at South Alabama, they played him strictly as a press man on the line of scrimmage corner. He didn't play off coverage. He didn't play a lot of zone. Even when they played zone on the back on the other side. He played press man up on the line. That's good. That's good.
This is what worries me about Luter is because if they wanted to put him on the field, they would. But if he was hurt, so I'll give you that. The only thing that kind of worries me, though, is that his skill set did just get acquired this year. I mean, Renardo Green is kind of a smaller version of how Darrell Luter Jr. plays. Man on, aggressive, handsy, on an island by himself. You saw the games that he had against Malik Neighbors. And I don't know, man. Maybe the Niners got Renardo Green because they just don't think that they can replicate. They can't get the skill set out of Darrell Luter.